episode was recorded on...
Oh, that was really funny.
Anyway, anecdote. One of our coworkers, who I feel like I shouldn't out people on the internet. Like, what if...
So this first, middle, last name, social security number, phone number, email. Thank you.
Yes. I will say a newer employee at the TJ Maxx.
Sure.
Was sitting in the break room today, and then one of our non-apparel workers, who you know well, goes by Giddy, walks in, and the girl's like, "It's so thick back there," and then she's like, "Oh, really?" And she's like, "You know what I'm talking about?" It's like, "Oh, like the back room, like we have a lot of stuff back there."
Yeah.
She's like, "No, I'm talking about back there."
Oh my god. Was I in the break room?
No, and then Gibby's like, "Oh."
Talking about Gibby or talking?
Yeah, talking about Gibby's ass, bro. And then
That's so brave.
The girl walks out, so it's just me and Gibby, and she's like, "Why are we talking about my ass in the break room?"
Dude, next time Gibby's in the break room and I'm in the break room.
I'll be like,
"Oh,
back there."
I didn't know they were catering cake today. I didn't know they were serving cake. Okay.
I'm gonna start torturing her with that every single time I see her.
That's actually so funny, dude.
It's the same girl though who every time she sees
Bob,
she hugs her.
Oh.
She's like, "Hey, what's up, Queen?"
What's up, Queen?
And then I guess she tried to do that to
Fred,
the other day, and
Fred.
she stepped back and was like,
That's what
"I don't hug."
That's so fair though. I said that too also. I would spit on her. I'd spit on her. I'd say,
I'm taking that to HR.
"Oh, but not the ass thing." Oh, but the ass thing was fine.
Yeah, because it was a woman talking to a woman. Okay. So therefore it's fine.
You're right. Maybe she's
not sexual harassment.
Maybe she's a lesbian. Yeah. Then it's discrimination. So
we don't hire those at TJ Maxx.
We don't hire those at TJ Maxx. I never seen one.
I don't know a single queer who works at TJ Maxx.
Me neither. You guys like this bad boy?
We thought it would be like Subway Surfers.
Yeah.
You watch this when you don't want to watch us because we're ugly or because you have the attention span of a hamster, perhaps.
Yeah.
You can just watch this. Go about.
And I think also it looks like a rainbow butt plug also.
Well, should we name it?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Bike.
So this is Bike.
This is Bike. Short for Bikel. No, you have any names?
I mean, I feel like we just
Locked
decided.
And loaded? Oh, okay. It is.
I mean,
Bike.
wait,
it's
that
Bike
wasn't a
now.
real suggestion.
No, it's, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
or rainbow sunshine.
Or rainbow butt plug. Oh, yeah. Sunshine is good.
Rainbow sunshine butt plug.
Bike hole.
Butt nuke.
Butt nuke.
Yeah. Imagine that goes up and it just explodes.
That's true. This is hot. You plug this in.
Oh, God.
You plug, and then you seen one man, one jar.
No.
Jar breaks. Jar breaks.
Ew.
Jar breaks up there. What's up, guys? Today.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy.
It's your boy, Skinny Penis. You never heard that?
Is that what they call you in high school?
That's what they called me in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, big
Weird.
nut, skinny penis.
They called me Fat Chode.
Oh.
So that's weird.
Damn. Blake is stroking his shit. Hey, Blake's mom.
Your son is stroking his shit behind the camera. You still gonna send them the link?
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to Catching Up. It's Kamryn.
I'm Ethan.
And today, we had a plan. And we're gonna kind of stick to that, but we're also just not feeling.
We've been out of it the past 24 hours.
Yeah, so if you guys have heard of this thing called anxiety, we have it.
And it's taking my life over.
It is. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
But we're also gonna talk about the fact that it is, as of this being uploaded, it is gonna be 2025.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did a resolutions episode last year. A big part of that was that we were going to upload Catching Up more consistently and become famous.
We shook on it though. We shook on it this year this year being 2024 right now. As being filmed. This comes out in 2025. We're already planning on that. So we shook on it and we should, in theory, be more consistent.
We're going to stop saying that. You know what?
I won't jinx it.
Half of this fucking podcast is just you hearing us be like, we're going to be more consistent. We're gonna have guests. We're gonna
Yeah.
be more consistent.
I
And
love the guests that we've had on recently.
we got Monkey Lamp.
We got Monkey Lamp. One of these, not that one. That
It's
one.
over there. I can't deal with this.
I'm trying to look at myself in the viewfinder, and it was not working.
I was trying to like part my hair earlier, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what's
Yikes.
happening. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, so we're gonna cut the bullshit about consistency and all that. We either upload or we don't, and you're gonna find out along with us. But we did want to talk a little bit about resolutions in the sense of like, you know how like we spend like all of our lives just like fearing stuff, and that kind of like keeps us from doing it. And sometimes it's like big, like actual life-changing stuff, and then other times it's just stupid things. We're gonna talk about some of those things that we've done, and then kind of give ourselves motivation for like not having that mindset anymore. We're just gonna grab life by the balls
in like the least but like in the most sexual way possible. Also.
And I don't know. We're just gonna try to slay in 2025, as one might say.
I believe so. And hopefully it's more consistent. Hopefully Cinema Sluts gets filmed. Hopefully we have a usable episode of Cinema Sluts coming at some point. But yeah.
I mean, Nicole's not busy right now.
She is not busy. You're right. That is tough for her.
Yeah, everyone go Venmo Nicole $5.
Cash up in the description.
Because her and Colton were both recently laid off at the exact same time.
Yeah.
So
we're
trying to get them to start an OnlyFans, but they're just not.
And they don't want to. And then I don't know why.
Like, you must not be that in need of money.
I mean, here's my thought, and I pitched this to Kamryn. I says, that's what I says. Sorry, I'm the burps you guy.
I'm the burp guy.
No, I pitched this to Kamryn. I said, Nicole and Colton making OnlyFans content. They be famous. Nicole comes on the Cinema Sluts.
We're famous.
Funnels reviews. We're famous. Isn't that? It's like I'm a businessman at heart.
It's a positive feedback.
It's a positive feedback loop.
Let's do vocal exercises.
Different. Different. You got a different thing in mind.
I was trying to remember one of the ones from theater, and you hit me with that.
Well, no, yeah. So actually, the topic of facing new fears kind of came about. The idea kind of came about last night, because I don't know if you guys can see.
Can they?
I don't know. It's like actually not noticeable, but.
Can you get a zoom in?
Okay, all right. Oh wait, that was good. That was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. So we faced our fear and we turned on this fire hazard last night.
Where it does not belong. Yeah. No. As I said, it's 2024 as of filming this, and it's a couple days before Christmas. So
we did a little gift exchange like we do every year.
Mm-hmm. And Kamryn, since I've been wanting to get my ears pierced, she made an appointment.
Yeah, I said, get in, bitch. We're going now.
Yeah, because I would have pushed it off if she hadn't, for the record. But so I got my ears pierced last night. Poggers, great. And I don't know if that I was scared.
I don't know if fear is the right word for what I'm talking about. It's just like things that like you like put off for so long that like aren't a big deal, or like could like actually like infinitely like make your life better, and we just don't do them.
That's fair. Yeah. And because like I was a little bit scared of like the pain of it, I guess. And then she did it, and the best comparison I could think of when she did it was punching a hole through paper. Like that's what it like felt like. Except the paper was me. Yeah. Yeah.
No, she like does the first piercing, and he just goes, "Oh."
Like, oh.
I'm like, okay, so we're this is gonna become a hobby. Like this is what we're doing on the weekends.
I'm getting my taint pierced next. I already booked the appointment.
Oh, with the same girl?
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but God bless her.
I don't think she even introduced herself.
I don't think she did.
It was a very quick appointment.
Yeah, in and out. So shout out to that. But yeah, I got it done. And kind of leading into anxiety. I mean, I know we're jumping around a bit, but just because it's within the same story, I my parents didn't know because I didn't know, frankly. I didn't know until 2 hours beforehand. So I call my mommy, for the record. I called my mommy before we went. And I said, hey, are you cool? Are you cool? Are you chill if I do? And
he is a 22-year-old man.
I'm a 22-year-old man that lives with my parents.
And he did have to get his mommy's blessing.
And I got my mommy's blessing. But she said yes. She said, that's all you.
And then she texted him right after and said, I can say no if you want, if you were looking for an owl.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want an owl. Like,
you're not a real one, Christy, for that.
Which, like, to be fair, for you and Blake, like, if I wanted an owl, I'd say no. Hey, I would say no.
Be like, hey.
I don't want to.
Why don't we cancel that?
Yeah. Hey, why don't we cancel that? That's a good thought. Thank you.
Yeah. Imagine me, though, because I knew you'd say no if you didn't want to do it. Yeah. I wasn't, like, that worried, but I was like, if I fumble this, if he doesn't want to do it, then I'm just empty-handed. And I'm like, okay.
I got, $50 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm like, here's $50, I guess, for the fucking price of it. Go spend it on a butt plug. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like, let me unpierce these.
Hold on.
Wait,
can they take them
option?
back? Wait, I didn't know that was on the table. It is on the table. Can I get a zoom in? Thank you.
That's a new bit. But yeah, so we were talking about it in the car afterwards, and he was like, I really like it. Like, obviously, we'll get into the anxiety bit in a second, but like, it prompted me to just be like, yeah, why didn't you do that 2 years ago when you were like, I want to get my ears pierced?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a hole. Like, it will go back together if you take them out. Like,
right. Right.
Like, it's okay.
It's like not a big deal. But here's the thing. Okay, back into the anxiety because I got home later last night. My parents were on the couch. I forgot it was Saturday, so they were just watching TV. But I come in, it's like dark, and then my mom turns around. She's like, "Did you get your ears pierced?" "Oh, you did." "Oh, you got both pierced." I said, "Yeah, I texted you, or not texted you, I called you, and yeah." She's like, "Okay." I'm like,
okay, so you're the fuck you guy. Got it.
Fuck you guy. And then she like kind of looks at it for a second, and she does one of these because just imagine this is the backrest of the couch because she's laying down and she turned around to look at me. "Oh." And she like pouts. I'm like,
what? Are you pouting?
I'm like, oh, what? I'm like, you could have said no. You could have been like, I actually prefer if you didn't.
All the while your dad's just silent.
My dad didn't say shit. My dad didn't say fucking shit. And like they had folded some of my clothes since I'd pretty much been out of the house all day. And they put it on the stairs for me to take up to my room. So shout out to them for that. And then I like grabbed...
The least you could do.
The least you could do. And so I grabbed some of my clothes and I like look at them and I'm like, "Good night. Love you." I'm like, "Good night." I'm like, "Say it back." Say it back.
Wait.
I'm like, "Say it back."
Wait, say it back.
And then they didn't. And then I went upstairs and I had a panic attack. I'm like, I fucked up. Even though, yes, it is a hole and I could take these out of my ear right now. And as long as I clean them properly and they don't get infected, it will be fine. What the fuck?
What kind of reaction is that? Like, actually, I'm like crazy.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So then I had a panic attack. And I'm like, I have to take a shower. Like, I have to be at work at 7 o'clock, which means I have to get up at like 6. So I'm like, I have to go to bed. But then I like laid down. And I was depressed. And I'm like, I can't. I don't want to. I can't.
I'm so glad my Christmas present had this effect on you.
I know. God. I don't like. I didn't. It's not like I resented you or anything. But I'm like, because I was texting the fucking group chat about it, and then like,
Schlumpo
wasn't helping. Sorry.
Schlumpo. Bob.
It wasn't helping. Sorry.
Bob.
Fuck you guys.
And
I was asleep. I had to be at work at 5 a.m. Okay.
And so I fucking, I'm just sitting there. I'm like. Anything. I'm like, oh, what if I just rip these out of my ears right now? What if I just give them to her? Like, fuck. Like, what am I... And thankfully, they had stayed up later. And there was a point, I think I'd taken a shower, and I saw that the lights were on downstairs. So, like, one of them was moving around. And I'm like, I can't go to sleep. And I have to be up early. So I need to talk to them so I can sleep. And so I went downstairs. And my mom was awake. My dad was trying to sleep, but we woke him up with our conversation. But my mom's like, I'm like, are you like disappointed, like, because that's the vibe you're giving is disappointed.
It's the vibe you're giving off.
It's the vibe you're giving off right now.
It's really
negative.
Aura?
Your aura.
Negative aura.
Negative aura points, Christy. No, but I'm like, are you disappointed, like, or whatever? I'm like, because I'll take them out, like, if that's like, like if you can't stand to look at me, like truly. And she's like, no, like I'm not. She's like, your dad had like 2 piercings in 1 ear, and your uncle had his ears pierced. Like I don't care. I'm like, okay, then stop fucking acting like
Stop
this.
looking at me like that.
And stop giving this fucking
pouting.
weird vibe, okay? It's stressing me out. And then my dad didn't really chime into the conversation. He was like agreeing with her, but he was like half asleep, whatever. And she's like, no, you look handsome. I'm like, good. That's like, I just needed to hear that. I just need... And then I started mocking.
You mocked. And then everything was okay.
And I'm like, that's all I need to hear. And like, I don't know why you couldn't just fucking, you couldn't say love you when I went up the fucking stairs. Jesus Christ.
God damn.
Stressed me the fuck out, dude.
Got me up there shitting my britches.
I literally had diarrhea. I was about to throw up. I had diarrhea twice. And I'm like, no, it was honey baked ham, so that shit was good. And it wasn't that. It was stress.
Like, okay, but like, do you love me?
Yeah, do you love me? Because
like
I'm gonna...
screaming at them from your bathroom, like, do you love me?
Do you love me?
I'm losing my intestines.
Fuck. And I'm shitting acid right now, Mom. Like, fuck.
Joker moment.
And like, and it was fine last night. And then today was also fine. But there was just like a weird kind of off vibe. Like, there's still like...
I feel like it's
I don't even know.
less about the actual piercing and then like having any feelings about it, but the fact that you confronted the fact they were being weird about it. Yeah. Like I think they were just called out on their BS and they're like, damn it.
Damn
it.
Because then my dad's like, why now? I'm like, well, it's not like I wanted to for a while. Like that's why I incorporated like fake earrings into like Renaissance costumes or other costumes just to kind of test the waters. And then like you guys and like John and Matthew and John's girlfriend and like all like Colton, like all our friends actually were like, oh, it looks sick. And then I'm like, okay, I agree. No. So it was just easy to kind of be like, yeah, that's something I want to do.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, it is a literal hole. It is a minuscule sized hole that you can take out at any point and no one will ever fucking know the difference. Literally. Like...
It's not like I got like a fucking tattoo sleeve. Like,
yeah,
holy
like,
shit.
I don't know. I think some of it maybe stems from the fact that they know that I have piercings and then I got tattoos and you went with me to get my tattoos. And every single time I've gotten a tattoo, your mom's like, you didn't get one, right?
Yeah.
You didn't get one, right?
This is true.
And like, they think I'm corrupting you.
I think they do. Well, you know.
I'm just trying to like make you happy and like let you be yourself and like
but
I was like, this is something he really wants to do, let me make my friend happy and like push him to like push his boundaries, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, you're the fuck you guy.
You're the fuck you guy, this is your fault. Did you know bike is short for Michael? And they told me.
I can't believe your parents said that last night.
Said that to me last night.
Texting me that.
I'm like, I did know that. I did. Yeah. So I am happy and I'm like, because right now, because I didn't think it was funny. I mentioned this to you earlier. Because my brother didn't say anything about them. I think he thinks they're low-key. I think he thinks they're low-key cool.
He's like,
frankly.
He was like, you should put a dangly cross earring in.
He said that. He said you should put a dangly cross earring.
Yeah, because he wants a dangly cross earring.
Yeah. And
I see you.
Friend. Thank you. And then my mom's like, what you have now is fine. I said, okay. Okay.
Like, we can barely see them.
Yeah, which like, I like them. I think because all the jewelry there, to be fair, was like shiny, like rock diamond. Mm-hmm. I don't think my first choice would be shiny rock diamond. I would go a little more like just like a metal kind of thing. But I like it. Yeah,
I feel like you'll like a tiny hoop or something too.
Yeah.
A lot of times they don't want you to do that for the first like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah, that's,
but, yeah. I mean, it's a very classic look. It's what a lot of people go with for the first time. Every baby that gets their little ears pierced, they have these little diamonds on them. I was really surprised that they use butterfly clips in the back.
Yeah, I don't know what the fucking difference is.
Well, if you notice, like the backing, it's like kind of in the shape of a butterfly, but it's like if you lay down on it too hard, it can kind of hurt. a lot of places use like flat backs. Like that's what they did when I got my seconds pierced. And they were a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that they did not use those.
Well, okay, so it didn't hurt last night, and actually I haven't hurt at all. It hurt a little bit today, like it ached a little bit today. But
Yeah, it's more just like a what is the word I'm looking for? I literally can't think of the word. Just like I guess like something to the touch. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
sensitive, tender.
Yes, I get tender.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
tender to touch. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm actually brain dead, guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, so I was anxious last night, so I already slept like shit, and then I had to get up early, so every time I woke up, I'm like, oh fuck, it's probably almost 6:00, and then like there was one, like, cause it was the first time sleeping with him in, so I was scared of like losing it, cause I'm like, I don't know how like fucking sensitive it is to like being lost, I don't know, and then also like, is it gonna like snag my pillow or something? Like, I don't know. I wasn't sure.
What if I whip a hole in my
What if I get a hole in my pillowcase?
What will I do?
I don't know. I was just
showed me.
To be fair, I was going through a lot of emotions last night, and so everything was setting me off.
Same.
And so there was. I will say, one time last night, I woke up. I think it was probably like 4 a.m. and I felt it, and I'm like, oh fuck. I think it's falling out. It wasn't. For the record, like it wasn't at all. It just was a little more like pushed out than it is right now. Yeah, but. Oh, Blake just called me out.
Yeah. We did also learn while we were at the piercing place that Ethan has weird ears. We'd say do a zoom in, but we know what would happen.
Thank you, Blake. Yeah, one's attached and one isn't, so.
And it's like, it's a slight difference, but it was enough for the lady doing the piercing to be like...
She's like, I love this one. This one
this one looks great.
Figuring out.
Don't know about the other one.
Which I think it turned out good. Like, I don't think it's like noticeable. Like, because I kept looking at it today at the TJ Maxx mirror. I was like, is it fucked? Did she fuck my shit up? Did she fuck my shit up?
Did she fuck my fade up, dude?
No, but she did good. So shout out to whatever your name is. I don't know. I tipped you 20%. So you better thank me. Anyway.
Meanwhile, while you were shitting your brains out,
I
was also having like horrible anxiety.
Yeah, our twin connection.
Our telepathy. Mine is very.
Was it rooted in something, or is it just happening?
It is rooted, but it's also like I think it's just like I'm anxious and I'm like almost finding things to be anxious about because I already like feel the physical symptoms. So my mind's like, why do I feel this way? And like, let's nitpick every little thing that could possibly be wrong with my life.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
And I think a lot of mine is I get in my feels at the holidays a lot.
Yeah.
As we're filming this, it's the 22nd of December.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like Christmas was like a really big deal for my family growing up. That was like our like really big like social gathering, and like that's when I'd see all my extended family, and we would either like rent out a place to have it, or we would go to my grandparents' house. And like the past couple of years, it's just been like going downhill more and more of just like COVID happened. So like everyone kind of got messed up with that year. But then also just like health issues of like, or my like cousins growing up, and then they go to different family gatherings now because they're like married or have spouses or kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, it's just, I don't know, I get very nostalgic for like Christmases when I was a kid, when like all of my family that I like knew and was close to was there, and like all the kids would sit in a circle and get their presents handed out. And we would always watch Christmas Vacation was always on the TV, and we would have like the same meal every year, and it was just like
it's good.
It was just like something that I look forward to every single year as a kid. Mm-hmm. And this is probably like the first official year where I don't think like any sort of gathering is happening. I think the past couple years we've like moved it around a little bit, either like the week before or week after, and like even Blake the year before last, like, got to come to, like, my family's thing that we planned. But this year we're just, I don't even think doing anything. And every time I bring it up, like, I get just shut down of, like, shut up. Of, like, God. Like, I texted my mom and I'm, like, asking her, like, you know, because my grandma isn't feeling well this year. She's had shingles for, like, well over a month, like, since before Thanksgiving, because I didn't see her then either. And she's been dealing with that, so she just hasn't felt like coming out, which, like, no blame there. But she's, like, the glue that holds everyone together.
Yeah.
So she's not going to anything, so therefore no one's going to anything. But I'm, like, I still want to, like, see my aunt and, like, see my cousins and, like, things like that. And I'm like, oh, well, we had Thanksgiving at my house this year because my mom was in town. And... like, I'm like, why don't we do that for Christmas, too? And, like, it's just, like, no one is, like... No one's making a plan. Yeah. No one is, like, committing to anything. And, like, instead, everyone's just kind of been like, well, you don't want to make a plan, so fuck you. We're not doing anything. But then, like, no, when you try to make a plan, they're like, fuck you. Like, so
the fuck you guy.
The fuck you guy. So, I don't know. Because I texted my mom, because I was under the impression she had an appointment tomorrow in town. And I was like, can you at least, like, come get my gifts for my grandma because she was supposed to see her? And I was like, can you at least, like, give my gift to her? And she's like, oh, my appointment is not there. And I'm like, okay, fuck me. And then she's like, also, she's not feeling well, so I'm not going to see her after all. And I'm like, okay, well, in that case, do you want to see if, like, my aunt and, like, my, like, very, like, tight-knit family, I was like, do you want to see if they want to come to the house on Christmas Day? Yeah. Because we had previously talked about that, and she just goes on a rant about how, like, she's done, like, try to make plans and, like, all this and that, and I'm like...
yeah. Did your family like each other? Does your family like each other?
I don't know. I think a lot of it is stemming from the fact that, like, the reason that my mom was in town here was because she was actually staying with my sister and my dad. After she was in the hospital, she got really bad burns, had to have, like, skin grafts and everything. She, like, very long story short, she almost died. It was a whole thing. And she didn't get along with her family the most after that because they kind of just, like, the second she got released from the hospital, they just, like, stopped checking in on her. No. And I think, like, a lot of her, like, angst is coming from that, and, like, she doesn't want to plan anything 'cause she feels like no one cares about her anyway. Yeah. But, like, she's the only other person besides my grandma who, like, plans things and, like, would be able to, like, get people to agree on a time and a place to meet.
And so you trying to plan it there.
Yeah, and I'm like, so, like, me, like, even saying anything to anyone, like, it just, I'm completely shut down. And, like, I get it. Like, at the end of the day, like, people have their own lives and their own priorities and everything. Like, I know at the end of the day, like, I'm still gonna have a good Christmas. This is my first Christmas with Blake being here with me, which, like, I'm so excited for, like, just, like, Christmas morning of, like, us waking up together and, like, opening the cat stocking and, like, all of that cute shit. But, like, when you're used to that being the tradition growing up, like, it just sucks. And I'm just telling myself all the ways that Christmas is gonna suck and how I'm gonna be disappointed. And flashback to, I want to say, like, 3 years ago, I spent Christmas Day in bed till 6 p.m., literally just, like, making myself go to sleep over and over again because I, like, did not want to get up and face the day because I just, like, told myself I was going to hate it and be disappointed and that, like, no one, like, was getting me anything anyway or, like, doing anything. So I'm like, that's what's going to happen in a few days.
I would have dragged your ass out of bed. Yeah. Like, well, you're going to at least sleep it down here.
Yeah, like, I literally did not get up until, like, dinner that night. My dad dragged me out of bed. But, yeah, I'm just, like, I don't want to be in that headspace, but my brain is, like, telling me that I'm going to be in that headspace and, like, just telling me that I'm going to be disappointed by this and disappointed by this. And, like, I think also... like, I know that you like the gift that I got you, but I know it's also caused some, like, turmoil with you and your anxiety. So, like, hearing that, I was like...
I know.
I'm like, everyone is going to hate the gifts that I got them because this is the first year that I've also been able to, like, splurge on Blake and get him more than one gift that can, like, fit in a carry-on. Right. So I, like... you know, I kind of just, like, was like, I want to get him this, this, and this, and this. And, like, I'm going to get him all these things. Now I'm like, he's going to hate everything.
I felt... terrible this morning at work when you told me, like, yeah, Richard Best, I had a panic attack again. I'm like, okay, I wasn't trying to get you to stress out.
Yeah.
But I was stressed out, and I just needed to let someone know that in case I
it was more so
killed myself last night.
It was so sad because I probably went to bed, I want to say, it was like by 11 at the latest, and you probably texted around like 11:30 or something like that, I think I saw. And so I went to bed like having a panic attack, like actively basically, and like I was like forcing myself to go to sleep and not deal with it because I had to be up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I wake up, I'm like, open my phone, I'm like, oh, Snapchat. Oh, Ethan's having a panic attack. Oh, Ethan's parents are disappointed in him because I got him an appointment to pierce his ears. Oh, okay, I'm panicking again. I got ready and I was like trying to just like control my breathing and just like not like fall into like a crying spell, because if I start crying when I'm having a panic attack, like it's over. I'm done for the day. Like you're not gonna hear from me again.
That's fair.
And I'm like trying to get ready for work, trying to hold it together, and then it's like 4:30 and I'm like, I gotta leave in like 10 minutes, but I just need to take a second. I just like get back in bed with Blake and just like hold me.
Dude, I will say that it is actually the most unfortunate TJ Maxx schedule that I've had, because that's the earliest I've ever had to be there. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, of course. The one time you want to fucking schedule me so early is when I'm gonna freak the fuck out the night before.
Yeah, it was also freezing this morning. It was like 23 degrees, I think my car said when I got in. And then I'm like, kind of like trying to get myself just like in like the zone of like, I'm just gonna go to work and deal with it and like be fine and try not to think about like anything that I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
And then I get there, and I got there probably at like 4:52, something like that. And when you are the first people going in, you wait for the manager, and like everyone goes in at once. So I'm waiting. I don't know who the opening manager is, but I know like no manager's cars are here. So I'm just sitting there waiting. And of course it's like 10 minutes goes by. So in my brain, I'm just spiraling the whole time, and I'm freezing, and I'm drinking my coffee, and then finally Bob gets there. And then she's like, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't go to bed till like 11:30. Let's go.
Hey, real.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, you too? Hey,
like, okay,
you too?
You were also spiraling last
night?
night?
Sick, dude. Why didn't we just call out? Hey, why don't we just call out?
No, because we didn't even walk in probably until like a few minutes after 5, and she's like, I'll clock you guys in.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
So I like saw my clock in thing, and it's like 5 a.m., and I'm like, you bet.
Yeah, good.
You bet I lost you. No, well, they like count tardies against you and stuff, and they can see that on the time log if you were like there after your scheduled time. Yeah. So I'm like,
I don't think I've been tardy, for the record. I
definitely have.
Damn. I think maybe like by 1 minute at most.
Yeah.
But
I have multiple times in the last month because my car is doing this stupid fucking thing where it doesn't start again.
Yeah. At least you called him though. So like I don't know if that counts. I don't know.
I'm not really sure. I think it still counts as a tardy, but you have to have like 16 tardies in a year.
That's such a stupid, like an odd number.
Yeah, I don't know. And like anytime I've ever like been late, I obviously call them.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, my car, and they're like, your car doesn't work a lot. I'm like,
you're right.
I'm like, I promise it's actually just, it's my baby with a Pontiac is just broken, okay? She's doing her best. I do think 2025 might be the year that Kamryn looks into getting a new car.
That's fair. That's fair. Maybe one that's like a convertible and like a real convertible.
Or maybe just like a cheap like sedan that like I pay monthly on, that is like reliable.
I heard Hondas are good.
Yeah, because like I love my car. My car is like great in so many ways. It's just like the issue with Pontiacs is with they're not being like manufactured anymore. It's really hard to find people who are like, yeah, I know exactly what's probably wrong with that. Like this car does this all the time. Right. So like you take your fucking Honda Civic in, they're like, yeah, Hondas are known for doing that. Yeah. So like, yeah, let me fix that. Where I take my problem in and they're like, oh, we have no clue what that car even is. What
why
is
your
that?
Car from the fucking 80s?
She's an 09, I promise. Promise. Yeah, 2025 is the year of hopefully a new car. Hopefully a new job. Sorry, TJ Maxx.
Yeah. Hopefully my other job keeps me. Hopefully me and Blake get to stay.
Schlumpo.
People watching.
Schlumpo.
Hello, Hootie. Hope you get on. Hope will you
Can we
maybe.
Have Hello Hootie on?
That's what I was about to say. I want
Hello Hootie on the show.
On. So
I want Hello Hootie. I want Alana.
Hello Hootie.
That's the lineup.
That's the lineup. There's also,
you guys subscribe down below right now. Then we'll literally get Hello Hootie and Alana on here.
You literally will.
Sometime in the next few months.
And also Sydney, because you promised her, and we have.
Yeah, Sydney, I'm sorry, I really haven't forgotten about you. If you were watching this, you probably don't care anymore because it's been so long since you asked me to be on the show.
But when you get that DM that says, hey, you want to be on, like, it's going to be so special.
Yeah, and I promise it will come.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I'm having...
Yeah.
Blake's just behind the camera like...
Yeah, I know. We'll get a lineup. I want actual guests. That's why I made the podcast, was to have guests, and we have not. We have not.
It was funny. We were talking to Blake's parents before you came over, and Blake's like, yeah, we're going to film a podcast tonight. And they're like, oh, what's it about? And I'm like, you see, it's supposed to be about catching up with friends, but we're just going to shoot the shit for an hour and then call it content. So...
And
welcome back to Catching Up.
And we drink Josh.
And we also drink Josh. We haven't even introduced that we are drinking Josh.
Yeah.
If you remember, well, you don't remember
because we didn't make it.
But we did mention it, I think, in the last episode that we made a Josh tier list.
Never got released.
And it never got released. We did finally find a Josh that we can tolerate.
Yeah.
We added a little cranberry juice to it.
Made it a lot better.
But what is this? The sparkling rosé?
Yes.
It's not bad. It's a lot better than the ones we tried in that tier list video that will never see the light of day.
Yeah. For my Patreon. Hey, for my Patreon boys.
Yeah.
It'll be on there.
Yeah. How would you guys feel about a pizza tier list where we get fast food
chain pizza, Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut.
If we're doing that, we're filming it Trisha Paytas like mukbang style.
Yes. Yeah. I'll be Nikocado. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be Orlin.
You will be, and I'm gonna goatee my asshole. So that's what we're. Hey, next episode, guys, tune in to see me goatee my asshole.
Anyway, moving on. What are like other things that you either, I don't know. Do we want to hone in on anxiety, or do we want to hone in on the other thing?
On like
the fears.
Fears.
That we wish we could just overcome.
So here's the thing. I don't know until I get there. I think with the fears, like the only thing that comes to mind right now is like moving out, and the only reason I haven't moved out is because I need money. So if I get this other job, and it's like not really like I'm facing my fear. I mean, it is because like living alone and like providing for myself, but also like I would do it. I would do it if I had the funds to do it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been kind of awesome.
Yeah. No, that fucking every time I'm here, it is. So.
Yeah. It's just so nice to like have my own like space that I don't have to like call someone else's at the end of the day. Like obviously like it's Blake and I shared, but like there isn't like
Shut the fuck up, you stupid whore.
You have your own room.
Yeah, we're in it right now.
Yeah, like every day I come home, he's like, yeah, I was in my room earlier. And I'm like, oh, your room. But I have our bedroom. Like,
hey, it's a stew. This is our room with me included. When you think
about it. Yeah, well, when we fight, you're gonna sleep in here and see how that goes, okay?
Not bringing the viewers into this fucking couples argument.
I have no shame.
That's fair. Do you have anything that came to mind?
I don't know. I'm like trying to think of things I've already done as like examples.
Yeah, I think give me an example and like I'll flourish.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting back on my antidepressants.
Okay, close actually.
That,
okay,
yeah.
close.
That actually, yeah.
Okay, wait, okay. That made me think. Yeah. Okay.
I don't even remember why I went off of them. I've taken antidepressants for a good almost 5 years now, I think. And I would say for the first 3 of them, I didn't feel a difference at all. I hated them. I didn't like them at all. And then I found one, my current prescription that I'm on, that really worked for me, and we like got me to the right dosage, and it was great and it was awesome. And then I just like ran out and then just like decided like I don't need chemicals in my body to feel normal, so I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Yeah.
And then I went through like months of suffering, just like not doing well at all, and then finally got back on it. After just a lot of like, honestly, just beating up on myself of like, stop telling yourself that you're like wrong for like needing these or using these or whatever it is. Like, it's not like I'm on Vicodin.
Yeah.
Like like the literal receptors in my body, the literal fucking neurons that are in there don't work properly, and you need a happy pill. So take one. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And yeah, it's been really great. I wish right now, like, kind of adding on to that I wish I would get back in therapy.
Dude, these are that's exactly what I was going to say.
Because I don't think I stopped therapy when I was off of my medication. I think I consistently like kept telling my therapist that I wanted to get back on it, and every time she'd be like, "What do you think would make you feel better?" I'm like, "I think I should get back on my prescription." Yeah. But she's not the one who prescribes that. I feel like, why wasn't she helping you? But
I did think that. I'm like, why? Yeah. What do you think will make you help or feel better? And you tell her.
She's like, "What the fuck, you guy?"
No. Well, bike is short for bicycle, so kill yourself.
No, she's not she doesn't have a medical license, so she can't.
I see.
Prescribe medication. But yeah, and then I don't know, I got back on the medication, and I think I like got to like a pretty decent point. Blake and I were doing really well. Like, we were finally like in the process of moving out, and I like I didn't have any like things that were like really triggering my anxiety, especially not being in school anymore, because school was a huge trigger for my anxiety, because I'm a perfectionist through and through, and I would beat myself up over that. But then I just like stopped, and now that like things are like not good again, and I'm like not doing great, I'm like, Patsy.
Right. Well, no, because I've never done therapy, and I should start. I'm like, I have a panic attack a lot, actually. It used to be worse. It got better, but last night, as an indicator, I'm like, I don't think like normal people are suffering to this extent. I think this sucks.
And I hate it for myself, especially as a psychology major. Like, I know that like you don't need to be like currently like having constant panic attacks to go to therapy. Like, you can feel like fine on your day-to-day and still just like have an outlet once or twice a month to talk to about things. And I just like let that like slip away and just stopped it anyway, because it was honestly like me just not prioritizing myself, and me being like, I don't want to have to like take off work every time that I have to schedule an appointment, or like I don't want to like cancel plans on people because I have to like set aside 1 hour of a day, like once or twice a month. Like, that's so stupid of me. Like, that, like, I feel better after that hour, so give that to yourself.
Well, I used to take, not Adderall, well, maybe I took Adderall, I don't know, but I took Concerta, which is like Adderall, same thing, for ADHD, and I guess, I've been reading up on it recently, that like ADHD people get depressed like easier, I guess. And so I'm like, yeah, that's probably like why. And like, I could probably start taking Concerta again. But I stopped taking it. I stopped taking it probably senior year of high school, because I'm like, I want to do college without help, like just normal me brain.
Yeah. And I hate that, like, that narrative that like you should be able to do life like without that kind of stuff. Like, you should be able to just like be normal and like not have to take that. And like,
but now I think it's hurting me now that I'm, it's 4 years later,
and you're having to like convince yourself, like, you had to get to this like dark of a point to be like, I do need help again, where like, you could have just been like chilling maybe this whole time.
That could have been.
Yeah, I think another one for me that I would really like to face this year is just sitting down and making a plan for grad school and for my career, because if you had asked me a year ago where I would be right now, I would be in grad school. I would have gotten in and I would have never taken a gap in schooling, and Blake and I would still be living together, but we would probably be wherever university that I'm in. And now I didn't get in. I decided to take a gap year, and I don't want to move. I don't want to, I love being near my best friend and being in a place where my partner and I are very happy, and we have our cat, and he's so happy and content with not having to move around all the time, and I can go see my dad whenever I want. I'm not that far from the rest of my family. As much as I dog on Mooresville and how boring it is, I'm very comfortable here. I life's pretty good here. So now that we've been living here a few months, and I'm I don't want to just move on when this lease is up.
It's a nice place. It's
a great place. I'm I could I don't want to anchor myself down here for life by any means, but I'm sitting here and I'm I could live in this apartment until we're ready to move on to the next stage of our lives. I would have no problem with this. This place is great.
Yeah.
But then I'm there is the closest university is UNC Charlotte, and they don't have a doctorate program that's for me, whatsoever. And that is my goal, is to get my doctorate. Yeah. And so I'm sitting there and I'm in a rock and a hard place of I want something that I can't get here, but I don't want to leave here. Yeah. Yeah. And it's also just so freaking tough to get a job with a bachelor's in psych. Everything I'm either completely underqualified for, I'm so overqualified for, they don't even look at my application. And I'm sure there's so many jobs that I could get, but it's not something that's going to help me progress. That's going to help me get into grad school later, because as happy as I am right now, I'm never going to be satisfied with just this degree, and sticking in the psych field. I don't think that's logical for me at all. So I'm I just want to, whether it's find a happy medium or talk to Blake and sit down and be what are we both willing to do, movement wise? What are we what compromises can we make to get myself moving, because I can't be stuck in retail.
Yeah, I know.
I talked to my dad about it recently. I was it's not that I hate my job. And the thing is, I love the people at my job. I think the management is great. I have a lot of coworkers that I'm very fond of, and I'm good at my job. That's no doubt. But at the end of the day, I'm not meant to be a retail worker for the rest of my life.
Because I feel the same. Because I'll be there, and it's I like the people I work with, absolutely, especially the management. But I'm bored. I'm bored. It's not. I wasn't made to do that. And
or I'll have certain customer interactions where I'm I intellectually need more.
Yes.
In the nicest way possible. I am too smart for this.
Yeah.
I can't.
No diss to people that are retail management, or that's your
the thing is in being, especially you wanted to go into business, you wanted to go into HR, customer service, it's a great place to be. The company of TJ Maxx seems really great for that kind of movement, if that's what you want to do. But for me, if I want to use science and be medically relevant to people, this isn't an atmosphere that I should be in.
It's because it's I'm trying to, with Blake as well, and that's why we're in part doing the podcast. I'm trying to be in this entertainment realm, and every time I'm hey, can I I think I'm gonna leave, and our manager's no, you have to stay. I'm no,
I won't rehire you.
I can't rehire you. They're affecting my bonus. Look, I don't.
She'd be saying that.
She'd be saying that.
We know you're lying.
I don't think it's affecting your bonus.
I don't. Just us not getting enough credits, not affecting your bonus.
Just saying.
Not what kept you from getting a promotion. I'll just say it.
But.
But no, yesterday, I walk in, I got there a little bit after Ethan, and I'm just looking at the schedule for the day, and all of a sudden Ethan needs a price check, and I'm like, okay, let me help. And I'm like talking to the literal a lady with an IQ of 2.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, who am I talking to right now? Like, what do you mean? Literally, she's trying. We sell like active sets that come with little like sling bags with like knockoff like Lululemon crossbody type shit.
Theater brands.
But yeah, she's trying to buy a sweatsuit set from Reebok Danskin, sorry. How dumb of me, how IQ.
You have an IQ of 2.
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, the sweatpants and stuff are Danskin, and then this bag is 90 degree. And I'm trying to explain to her, I'm like, they're 2 different brands. Like, how do you think those go together?
Because, to be fair, I explained this to her. I said, no. She's like, because she's like, there's 10 back there that are the exact same. I said, okay.
Yeah, there's 10 back there, and not a single one of them has a bag with it. Let me just point that out to you. I show her, I'm like, ma'am, this is what you're trying to buy. They don't have bags with them.
Damn.
And then we couldn't find what this bag went to. We knew it went to a set, but we think the set probably already sold without it or something. Yeah. And I was like, ma'am, if you can find a 90-degree set that you would like to purchase, we'll just throw the bag on there. Like, there's no way for us to like check which this bag goes to. I just can't give you this bag knowing that it's a different brand.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, how do I tell? How do you tell?
Have you ever shopped before?
What do you mean?
Opened your fucking eyes.
Like, are you illiterate? It literally on the hangers of these sets, it says the brand. You don't even have to look at the inside of the top. Like, what do you mean? How do I tell?
Well, no.
And she's arguing with me. She's like, well, these are all the larges you have, and she's gonna need a large. And I'm like, okay, well then there's what you have to choose from.
Get a large.
That's what you have to choose from. She's like, you don't have more in the back?
No.
This is a TJ Maxx, ma'am. Like, what? Like, I could literally tell you to go fuck yourself right now.
And keep in mind, they're having this interaction. I fucking scanned all their shit already because I'm waiting for her to come back up. I'm like, doo. And she had this big black bag that was supposed to have
I go back just to look at the schedule again. Because I never even got to look at it.
Yeah.
And what do you know?
Yeah,
she needs another price check.
Another thing, dude. Because it was missing a sleep mask and a fucking neck pillow. And she's like, I didn't look at this before I brought it up.
Literally not know how to open your eyes.
Were you closing your eyes?
Walking around like okay.
Damn, what the fuck is your problem?
Didn't know that our vision was also 2.
And then
like, damn.
And then Kamryn's looking for this shit, not like half.
No, I go to the section where these bags would be. I take one lap around the bags and I say, Ethan, I'm not gonna find it.
And then so while Kamryn's doing that, I'm like, so got any Christmas plans? And she's like,
you asked the wrong
I
damn
asked
question.
the wrong question. She's like, she's not gonna be the same this year. I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, oh, why? She's like, my grandma just passed. I'm like, fuck. Damn it. I'm like, I'm sorry to hear that.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. No, fuck, dude. It's actually sad. Okay, because yeah, I like TJ Maxx. I like the people I work with. But then I have this other job that I work during the week. And I think winter makes me depressed anyways, or fall, whatever. I guess it's just becoming winter.
It's my seasonal
depression. Seasonal depression. But because I'll work this school photography job during the week, and then I have to go to TJ Maxx on the weekends, and it's, a seasonal job that I'm doing during the week. So I'm like, I don't know if I'll stay or not. I don't know if I'll get to stay. So that thought is making me sad because I'm making like decent money there. And then like, if I have to go back to making $12 an hour, I will kill myself.
Oh, you still only make $12 an hour?
Yeah, I make $12 an hour. Hey, I'm outing the TJ Maxx fucking.
You should be a coordinator and you'll make 14.
Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah.
When I got offered the position of coordinator, and I was like, oh, they're gonna give me a couple dollar raise, and she's like, so we can offer you $1.50 more, and I'm like,
can you can offer me more? Like, hey, this is a multi-million-dollar business. You can offer me more, actually.
Like, and I do so much there.
You do.
Like, it's not even funny. I don't think they realize how. Like, I'm sure they appreciate my help. Like, I'm not saying that they don't or anything like that. But it's so different to be, like, a department coordinator versus what they call me a floating coordinator, where I can go anywhere.
Yeah.
So half the time, like, on the schedule, I'm just listed as sales floor with no department. And I just show up. And they're like, go here today, go here today, go do that today, go do that today. And I'm like, I like the change. That's what I want to do because I hate just like going in and doing the same monotonous thing over and over and over again. But at the same time, I'm like, I know everything.
Right.
Like, and the second that anyone has a question, they're like, Kamryn. And I'm like,
yeah.
Like, Hannah literally looked at me, she was like, you're like little me, you know everything. And I'm like,
You know everything.
like, yeah, but I'm not making your salary. So what the fuck?
No, dude. It's because also like at the school photography place, because it takes a year for you have to be on for a year at TJ Maxx to get any sort of raise, and even then it's not good. It's like 20 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
And that's even like based on review. So they could not give you a raise. Yeah, I didn't realize that. That's funny.
Well, with the amount of credits I'm getting, I'm never going to get a raise if I stay, frankly. Yikes. Anyway. No, but then at the school photography place, as long as you are doing good in your department and you're proficient in it, you get a 50 cents bump. So, like, if you go and you master every department, theoretically...
you're getting so much more.
It's going to add on. So, it's a little better system for a company not making as much as TJ Maxx. Greedy goblins.
You know what? I got paid time off for the first time finally, which was very rewarding because I was like, I feel like all I do is work.
Yeah.
And but I can't just like not work for a week because then I'm like, oh, rent.
So I'm going to Nashville this week, which I'm so excited about. And so like finally I have like a week of just I don't have to do shit, which is awesome.
Just gotta look cute and
get
yourself cowboy.
Yeah, that's right. But I got these fucking piercings in, and I'm with my family, so
they're gonna be looking at you for a week straight.
They're gonna be fucking looking at me for a week straight. Yeah. So I'm either gonna have a really good time, or I'm going to kill myself in Nashville.
Please don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the catalyst for your demise. Please.
You wouldn't be the catalyst. My parents would be the catalyst.
I just want to see what Mama has to say.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's my thing. She was let my dad pierce one ear, 2 piercings in one ear. Okay. This is normal. This is like normal piercing.
I don't get it. 2 piercings, 1 ear versus 1 in each ear. What is the goddamn difference?
What is the difference?
Like, the fact that she was like, oh, both of them. Like, what? Like, what, you want to be able to look at me from a certain angle and think I look like your little boy again? Like, what does that mean?
I can just take these out and it'll fucking be the same.
Yeah, like, give me a month and I can take them out whenever I want. They won't even close up. And then I can, like, do what I want. And you can do what you want. And then, like,
fuck.
Don't be the fuck you guy, Christy.
Don't be the fuck you guy. That's all I'm fucking asking. I'm sorry to talk about these earrings so fucking much.
You're so tired of that bit.
I know. They are. They're like bike is short for Michael. Yeah, ha ha ha. Fuck off.
What?
That's a good bit. That's a good bit though. Hey, that was a good bit though.
Wait, we haven't even done the thing yet. Okay, story time. We're not.
Hey guys, welcome to Catching Up.
There's no theme today.
Don't have a theme.
We lied.
We thought we did, and
we're gonna chat your little
ear off. We covered it already.
Barely.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna give you a story time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our competitor. That's our competitor's podcast.
Yeah, stop saying that. You can't say their name. You can't give them clout.
Puck.
Anyway, Ethan and I were in Goodwill the other day. We finally had a little bestie date.
It's been actually months. It's been since May.
Yeah. May. I live with a boy now. So every time Ethan wants to hang out, and like they're friends too, obviously. They literally work together.
Yeah.
And so we just all hang out. And it's like cool and find a bestie and whatever. But like, bestie.
Right.
We haven't had any time together.
We haven't.
So Blake was at work. We both had the day off for once. So we're like, let's go get some Sonic.
Yes.
Let's go on a little thrifting date.
First of all, also, a couple days before Christmas, miserable to get out. Miserable to get out. Yeah,
I live 5 minutes max from Sonic. Yeah. It did take us 20 minutes to get there.
Oh, fuck. Josh.
I'm like trying to hold in my burps, dude.
Josh
is hitting.
He wants out.
But we go to Sonic. I try to get a cranberry limeade. They're like,
Yeah,
we don't have cranberry. And then
And then they
Even,
didn't have a
like,
slushie.
They're like, can I get grape slushie? No slushie machine. And I'm like, okay, what do you have? It's happy hour, Sonic, and you can't even deliver.
You can't give half of your fucking menu because your slushie machine's fucked.
Literally. But we got cherry limeades, and they were yummy. Got some little snackies, and we're like, okay, let's go to Goodwill. And Goodwill didn't really have the heat. We're just kind of walking around.
They had Triceratops shoes.
They did.
Yeah.
Those were sick. Insert picture here.
Listen, picture. I'll forget too.
Our producer's gonna insert the picture.
Yeah.
Promise you. I have it on my phone. But we're just walking around, just wasting time, honestly, because we were waiting for Blake to get home because we were gonna go to a little like sip and shop event that they were having downtown. And all of a sudden, this, dare I say, bop
Banger.
comes on,
if you will.
and we're like nothing's really happening until the chorus, and then all of a sudden it's going.
I'm like, ooh.
It's by Selena Gomez, which I called. Ethan did not believe me when I
didn't.
said I thought
I
it was
said
Selena
Selena would
Gomez.
not make a banger like this. She would not be in the stoop cooking.
We get in the car. We're on the way home, and he's like, "Hey Google, what's that song that goes?" And Google, bless her heart, did not know.
She did not.
She could not figure it out. So then my little brain, I'm like, "That's Selena Gomez. I know it." So I look up Selena Gomez. And I found it.
Yes.
And I found it. I can't remember the name of it. What is it? It's something.
Look at her.
Look at her now.
Look at her now.
Look at her now. Look at her now.
You're gonna get this copyrighted from the advertisement that we don't have, Kamryn.
I just need to let them hear
I get
the.
that.
Girl, she found out. Trust that is not way down. Of course, look at her now.
Get in there. Oh fuck! I fucked it up. I'm not.
We don't know by heart
Real
yet.
fan. We're learning.
Now in every situation, we're like.
I did it unironically on accident because I was just like, I don't know. I think I was just humming. And I'm like, oh, guys.
No, and then the best part too, because we're cackling in this Goodwill.
Yeah.
Like we were causing a public disturbance with how funny we found this song. And then all of a sudden, it's their bass boosted intercom comes on.
I thought someone fucking grabbed the mic and farted in it. I thought, oh
Like-
shit.
Can we get code 3 to register 2? And I'm like,
Oh fuck.
I really thought it was a part of this song.
Like Selena was cooking with this one.
Like Selena just
Thank
fucking
you.
ear raped this song.
Like, oh, what? Selena shit herself in the.
Literally falling over in the
fuck,
Goodwill.
it's so good.
And I'm like, this is why we can't have bestie dates.
No. Like, because people get kicked out of a fucking Goodwill. Dude, okay, I meant to bring this up to you actually afterwards. I forgot what the fucking conversation was. I think I was talking about the one of my jobs, one of those jobs that I have, and then you had a reaction that was just like over the top, I think, and then the lady working there is like, "Ooh, workplace trauma." I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
"Who are you?"
I forgot about that. She was trying to be bestie.
Oh, she was trying to.
But she was on the call. So.
Yeah, so I can't.
Wait, we were talking about
I don't know.
Schlumpo.
something or
Yeah.
something. I think we were talking about Upstate.
We were.
And then it was some comment. I think you said
Schlumpo.
made it about like something or something makes you gay or something.
We're talking about Wicked. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, you asked
I
if
said-
he watched Wicked.
He's like, "I'm not gay." I said, "Oh."
And then I made like an over the top reaction of like, okay, he's fucking homophobic for that. Okay.
Yes.
And like the girl, she's just like walking out of like the stock room and she's like, oh, workplace trauma? And I'm like, not really, I'm just being over the top. I was like, about dead ass, I'm just talking
I'm
for
just
no
joshing
reason.
you, really.
Like I'm just joshing you. And then she just like kept talking to us for a minute
Yeah.
and like trying to make conversation. And I was like, girl,
I don't know you.
I'm up here. And you're trying to be up here?
Yeah, but you work in retail, you fucking dirtbag. Hey, I work in retail. Hey, I work in retail. I don't mean that.
Just on
Okay.
weekends, though.
Just on work weekends. Because the rest of the week, I'm up here. And she's to my fucking feet. Sucking my toes. Consensually, she asked.
Ew, why does my eye look like lazy? When I pog. Can you zoom in on that?
Yeah. There you go. Guys, there's drool coming out of my fucking mouth. Jesus Christ.
We just talk to it.
Talk to it. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I have to say about that. I'm almost out of drink.
Yeah, we gotta toast to the New Year's before your
Year's.
glass is empty.
Because it's bad luck. My mommy says it's bad luck.
Yeah, she also said you could get your ears pierced.
And then complained about it.
So,
Non-verbally complained about it. Hey, mom, if you watch this, you. That's what I have to say about it.
thank you for the cookies though, Christy.
Yeah. Well, is that?
I have nothing more to say. Maybe next time we'll have a guest.
I fucking pray that we have a guest. Okay, here's the
Can we
deal.
have Alana on because she has pink hair and we gotta do a Valentine's episode.
Yeah. Okay, well, we need Alana, and then Hello Hootie said that he wanted to be on.
Yeah.
And Hello Hootie's coming to your apartment later this week, for another thing that Blake's doing. So, I mean, I won't be in town, so we can't like film it then.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't know
But
what you're getting at.
I'm just getting at like he'll know where he'll know.
He'll know how to get here again.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great New Year.
Yeah. Maybe this one won't suck as bad.
Yeah.
I look really tall right now.
Oh my God. 6 foot. 6
Yep.
foot. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a nice clink.
That was. Goodbye.